In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 15, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Houston Rockets versus Philadelphia 76ers. The upcoming clash between the Houston Rockets and the Philadelphia 76ers is set to take place in Philadelphia on Monday afternoon, marking the final encounter between the two teams this season. In their recent matchups, the Houston Rockets suffered a significant setback in Boston, where they were defeated 145-113 as +15 underdogs. On the other hand, the Philadelphia 76ers secured a victory at home against Sacramento with a score of 112-93, defying the odds as +1 underdogs. Despite the Houston Rockets maintaining a relatively stable performance by splitting their last 8 games, their spirits may be dampened after their lopsided loss to the Celtics. The defeat saw Cam Whitmore leading the team with 22 points off the bench, while Alperen Sengun contributed 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 steals. Dillon Brooks added 12 points, but the team collectively struggled with a 40% shooting accuracy from the field and 7 of 30 from the three-point line. The Rockets faced difficulties in keeping pace with the Celtics, trailing by 7 points at halftime and conceding 43 points in the third quarter. In contrast, the Philadelphia 76ers endured a brief slump, losing 3 consecutive games before regaining momentum with a 112-93 victory over the Kings. Tobias Harris led the team with an impressive 37 points, supported by Tyrese Maxey's 21 points and Nicholas Bottom's 14 points. The 76ers exhibited a solid defensive performance, limiting the Kings to a mere 33% shooting for the game, highlighting their ability to set the tone early and control the outcome. Despite their recent struggles, the 76ers faced challenges with Robert Covington ruled out and Joel Embiid listed as questionable, while the Rockets continue to miss the presence of Victor Oladipo. The first meeting between these teams in December ended in favor of Philadelphia with a 131-127 victory as -1.5 favorites in Houston. With a 4-13 straight-up record on the road, the Rockets may find it challenging to overcome the 14-6 straight-up and against the spread home record of the 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. Considering the Rockets' consistent road struggles, it is advisable to approach their performance with caution. Their previous encounters on the road have seen a decline in scoring and defensive capabilities, making it challenging to compete against a team they have already succumbed to, especially if an MVP-caliber player like Joel Embiid returns to action for the 76ers. Houston's defensive vulnerabilities, particularly in preventing opponents from reaching the free throw line, may pose a significant challenge against the 76ers. In their previous meeting, Philadelphia capitalized on this weakness, finishing the game with a 29-33 record at the free throw line. The Rockets' defensive shortcomings align poorly with the strengths of the 76ers, making the latter a formidable opponent. Fresh off a substantial loss to the Celtics, the Rockets face a resilient 76ers team that has bounced back from a brief struggle with a dominant win over the Kings. With this context, predicting a victory for the Philadelphia 76ers, covering the spread as favorites, seems like a reasonable full-game side pick. Just 2 weeks ago, these teams combined for an impressive 258 points, surpassing the total of 224. Their history reflects a trend of high-scoring games, with 38 out of 38 meetings landing over the total. Despite the Rockets' recent road trip challenges, they have consistently scored above their season average, notching at least 112 points in each of their last 5 games. The Sixers, after a brief offensive slump, have shown improvement by averaging 122 points in their last 2 games. The over has prevailed in the last 3 meetings between these teams and in 5 out of the last 7. In a game where the Rockets' defensive struggles on the road are expected to surface, their allowance of 118 points per game as visitors could play into the hands of the 76ers. With Philadelphia's proficiency at the free throw line and a higher field goal percentage against the Rockets, another high-scoring night is on the horizon for the 76ers. The potential for additional scoring opportunities, courtesy of free throws, could result in a game with abundant points. Therefore, over the projected total is our prudent full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Dallas Mavericks. The upcoming basketball clash between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Dallas Mavericks is set to unfold in Dallas, marking the second encounter between the two teams in a mere 3 days. The initial bout on Saturday saw the Pelicans triumph as 5.5-point underdogs with a scoreline of 118-108. Rookie Jordan Hawkins spearheaded the Pelicans' victory with an impressive 34-point contribution, overshadowing Kyrie Irving, who led the Mavericks with 33 points. Currently, the Pelicans hold the 6th position in the Western Conference, closely trailed by the Mavericks at 7th. This match serves as the 4th and final face-off in the regular season, with the Pelicans leading the series 2-1. New Orleans enters this game in commendable form, securing victories in 7 of their last 9 outings. Their recent road win against the Mavericks showcased a stellar performance from Hawkins, who notched 34 points. Supporting him were Herbert Jones with 15 points, and both Jonas Valanciunas and Jose Alvarado with 14 points each. Despite struggling in the first half and trailing at halftime, the Pelicans orchestrated a comeback in the third quarter, outscoring the Mavericks 39-27. The Pelicans shot 49% from the field and displayed proficiency from beyond the arc with a 1-2 of 3-0 performance. Looking ahead, the Pelicans face upcoming challenges against the Hornets, Suns, and Jazz. In contrast, the Dallas Mavericks, having won 4 of their last 6 games, aim to rebound from their recent defeat to the Pelicans. Kyrie Irving led the Mavericks with 33 points and 6 assists, supported by Derrick Jones Jr. and Tim Hardaway Jr., both contributing 24 points each. However, the lack of double-digit scoring from other players and minimal bench support proved detrimental, especially in the third quarter, where they conceded 39 points. The Mavericks shot 45% from the field and 15 of 41 from beyond the arc. Their next matchup sees them facing the Lakers. Heading into the upcoming game, the Pelicans anticipate a return to full strength with Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum, and Zion Williamson listed as probable. Conversely, the Mavericks are likely to be without Luka Doncic and Derrick Jones Jr., both doubtful for the game. Recent reports suggest that Ingram, Zion, and McCollum are expected to play, while Doncic and Derrick Jones Jr. will likely sit out. With this potential lineup, the 4-point spread appears notably modest, especially considering the Pelicans' recent victory against the Mavericks without their top 3 players. The absence of Doncic and Derrick Jones Jr. could exacerbate Dallas's challenges, particularly in countering the defensive prowess of the Pelicans. New Orleans has exhibited strong defensive capabilities, currently ranking 7th in the league in defensive efficiency, allowing just 109.8 points per 100 possessions. Their recent impressive performance, winning 7 of the last 9 games, including a 3-1 record on the current road trip, underscores their defensive prowess. The Pelicans appear well equipped to handle the challenges posed by Kyrie Irving and the Mavericks. The game is expected to remain closely contested, with New Orleans' defense potentially making the difference in critical moments, especially compared to Dallas's comparatively loosey-goosey, undisciplined defense. Despite resting key players in their previous encounter on Saturday, the Pelicans demonstrated their prowess by defeating the Mavericks. Unless Luka Doncic returns, a similar outcome is anticipated. The Pelicans, quietly emerging as one of the league's form teams, present favorable odds at the current short line. With their top players set to return, they are poised to secure a back-to-back victory against Dallas, so the New Orleans Pelicans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Turning attention to Dallas's defensive struggles, their propensity for high-scoring games, and a ranking of 17th in defensive efficiency, allowing 113.5 points per 100 possessions, it is reasonable to expect an elevated scoreline. The Mavericks have consistently favored the over, boasting a 22-17-1 record in this regard. Even if Doncic is unable to participate, the likelihood of a defensive turnaround remains uncertain. Notably, Dallas holds the 8th position in terms of pace, utilizing 103 possessions per game. Their preference for a fast-paced game often translates to increased scoring opportunities. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick, anticipating an engaging offensive display from both teams on Monday afternoon. Orlando Magic versus New York Knicks. This Monday afternoon in the NBA, an intriguing matchup is set to unfold as the Orlando Magic, with a 21-18 record, hit the road to face the New York Knicks, who boast a 23-16 record in the comfort of their home arena. The Magic are coming off a recent 112-100 loss to the Thunder, whereas the Knicks secured a 106-94 victory against the Grizzlies during their most recent away game. The Orlando Magic find themselves in a challenging phase, having lost 6 of their last 8 games. The team is earnestly looking to break a 3-game losing streak after a resounding 112-100 defeat against the Thunder on the road. In this game, Paolo Banchero led the team with an impressive performance of 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Despite individual efforts, the Magic struggled, shooting 46% from the field and a subpar 7 of 35 from beyond the arc. Their sluggish start, managing only 19 points in the second quarter, contributed to their continual trailing throughout the game. On the flip side, the New York Knicks are enjoying a commendable stretch, winning 6 of their last 7 games. They head into this matchup with high spirits after a convincing 106-94 road victory against the Grizzlies. Julius Randle spearheaded the Knicks' efforts with 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. The team displayed a balanced offensive performance, shooting 48% from the field and 13 of 38 from three-point range. Their dominance in the third quarter secured the lead and ultimately a solid road win. As the Magic face the Knicks, injury concerns linger for both teams. Gary Harris remains absent for the Magic, and Wendell Carter Jr. is listed as questionable. The Knicks, on the other hand, have Jalen Brunson listed as questionable. These teams previously clashed on December 29th, with the Magic emerging victorious by a scoreline of 117-108. However, the Magic's recent struggles and injury woes cast a shadow of doubt over their confidence, especially when compared to the Knicks, who are quietly enjoying some of their best basketball of the season. In terms of home court advantage, the Knicks boast an impressive 11-4 record. Going up against an injury-riddled Magic team that has dropped their past 3 games, the odds seem to favor the Knicks. The Magic, with their top-ranked defense, have struggled on the road, evidenced by their 8-13 record. The Knicks, with their average shooting efficiency and three-point prowess, present a formidable challenge. Rebounding, a critical factor in the game, seems to favor the Knicks, who rank first in defensive rebounding and 5th in offensive rebounding. Recent trends also lean in favor of the Knicks, as they have covered in 6 of their past 7 games, while the Magic have failed to cover in their last 3. The Magic's recent woes persist, evident in their struggles to secure victories amidst a growing list of injuries. Their latest setback, a loss to the Heat, has only intensified their challenges. The Thunder, one of the hottest teams in the league, are poised to exploit the Magic's vulnerabilities. Considering the Magic's offensive struggles and the Thunder's recent dominant performances, a decisive victory for the Thunder is anticipated. Consequently, the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams have predominantly played games that have gone under, with highly efficient defenses. The Magic boast the 2nd-ranked adjusted defensive rating, while the Knicks are solid with a 10th-ranked defensive rating. Additionally, the Magic rank 14th in overall pace, whereas the Knicks are positioned at 26th. The Knicks, being the home team, are expected to control the pace with their deliberate tempo, limiting overall possessions and subsequently the scoring opportunities. Both teams excel in defensive percentages, holding opponents below league average from both the field and three-point range. Noteworthy is the fact that both teams have consistently gone under in their past 10 games, and in head-to-head matchups, they have gone under in 8 of their last 10. As the Magic face offensive challenges, scoring 100 or fewer points in their last 3 games, and the Knicks maintaining a stellar defense ranking 5th in defensive rating, scoring is projected to be at a premium. The Knicks' impressive defensive record, conceding 105 or fewer points in 5 of their last 6 games, further supports the likelihood of a low-scoring affair. Considering these factors, under the projected total emerges as our preferred full-game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.